Water. Ah. Coke. In this video, I will talk about gamification, what it is, why you should care about it, even though you might not be a product developer. I will talk about boring or non-creative gamification, and I also give you some cool examples. So, coming up.
Deep, non-profit inventor. It's all about ideas and products. What is gamification and why should you care about it? The idea behind it is actually very simple. You take elements from games or other fun or entertaining activities and you apply them to a non-game, non-fun context, like conventional products and services, but also to non-fun activities. And you can literally apply it to anything. All you need to be is creative. But why should you care? Why is it something you should be interested in? Gamification, or funification as I like to call it sometimes, can be a very powerful tool to improve your users' engagement. And I don't necessarily mean that you have something like an app, for example, and you want to motivate your users to return more often to it. You can apply it to anything you want and possibly make it much more appealing to your target audience. Let me give you 3 examples. Let's say you have a child and you want it to eat its vegetables. When he or she is very young, a lot of parents usually try to play a game where the food is some form of transportation. Here comes the airplane, or here comes the choo-choo train, and this way make it more appealing for the child to eat its vegetables. When the child gets older and a little more intelligent, so the airplane method doesn't work anymore, a lot of parents implement some kind of reward system. And this way, as your child starts to develop an understanding of positive and negative consequences, you can quote-unquote trick your child into eating healthier because it is intrinsically motivated to receive this reward. Another example regarding gamification in your child could be potty training. You would not simply say to your kid, "Oh, well, you successfully emptied your bowels, I'm glad." No, you would give it a sticker or a toy or some other kind of reward. Or let's say you have a product you're trying to sell which already has a lot of competition out there. For example, a bottle of water or toilet paper or maybe a to-do list app. Here it should be very obvious that setting yourself apart from your competition in a positive way could very well increase your sales. It should become obvious that applying well-thought-out game mechanics to your product will get more users to choose it over your competitions. Or let's say you have an annoying or a tedious task you need or want people to do, for example voting, then gamifying it will make it much more interesting, much more attractive to people, and will help to get more people involved and engaged voluntarily. I hope it becomes clear that applying gamification to stuff can make it more fun and therefore more engaging. But before you run off and start gamifying everything in your life now, let me tell you about a boring or non-creative gamification first. Now, what do I mean by that? It means that when someone, for example a company, wants to apply gamification to something, but they don't know how to do it. They want to do it because everybody else does it, but they have no idea how to do it and they are not willing to put any resources in it. The result usually is that they take game elements they've seen somewhere else, for example on a competitor's product or maybe in a real game, and they non-creatively apply them to their own product. It's kind of like wanting your product to be more beautiful and simply painting some flowers on it, which sometimes makes sense and sometimes it doesn't. And I'm pretty sure you know what I mean. When it comes to gamification, what everybody does is to add points, achievements, levels, badges, leaderboards, and so on. So they take the most obvious elements we know from real games and simply put it in a product like an app. And it is so easy and you can literally do it to anything. Let me show you.
Letting go. Once again. And letting go.
Do you see? Wouldn't that be stupid? And please don't get me wrong. I don't want to badmouth these game mechanics or the people or companies who apply them. They do work and they absolutely have the right to exist. And if you thought about it and you come to the conclusion that these are the right tools for you to use, then by any means please implement them. I just urge you to do it in a well thought out manner. My goal for you to take from the segment is simply to realize that there's more to gamification than simply applying points, badges and leaderboards. Now, to further strengthen my point and also to teach you a little more about gamification, I think the best way is to simply show you some examples. I start with 3 well-working but maybe a little mediocre examples. You probably already know them, but nonetheless, here we go. What do you think? Can you gamify fast food? And of course, the answer is yes. McDonald's does it every year with McDonald's Monopoly. You probably already know it. It works well. It's a great idea. But what about soda? Can you gamify soda? And again, yes, you can. Coke does it. Pepsi does it. All you have to do is turn your bottles and your cans into collectible items. And it also works very well. I remember my childhood where I wanted to collect them all. And the last one, can you gamify a social media account? And yes, YouTubers and Instagrammers, for example, they do it all the time. They do stuff like giveaways, which tends to increase the number of viewers and subscribers. Okay, granted, these examples aren't very exciting. But gamification doesn't have to be exciting in order to work well. But of course, I don't want to end the video like this. So I have 3 more examples for you, which I find very, very exciting and very awesome. The first one shows the gamification of a flight of stairs. They basically turn it into a giant piano. The goal here is to get more people to use the actual stairs instead of the escalator. Please see for yourself, but of course it works. And I mean, who wouldn't want to use it? I think it's an absolutely fantastic idea. The last 2 examples get explained in the clips itself. I'll link the videos in the description.
Hi, I'm Kevin Richardson. My idea was the speed camera lottery. Could we get people to obey the speed limit through fun? The speed camera lottery would do 2 things. One, it would photograph speeders, give them a citation, and that money goes in a pot. But if you're obeying the law, your picture will also get snapped. You'll be entered into a lottery and win some of that money from those speeders.
Jag kör alltid lagligt, men tveksamt om man vinner.
Det är ju en bra positiv grej det där. Kör lagligt och tjäna deg, det är perfekt.
This is the hospital for sick children in Toronto. Within these walls every single year, thousands of children are battling cancer and are having to undergo terribly painful treatments. Children like Olivia, who 8 months ago was diagnosed with Ewing sarcoma. The hospital is continually trying to minimize this pain, but to do it, they must first understand it better, and most importantly, discover the medications that are working best. To do this, they need these young patients to record exactly how they're feeling in a pain journal. The challenge is that after multiple chemotherapy and radiation treatments, many kids are too tired or discouraged to even hold a pen, much less keep a detailed journal. And the sad reality is that if this data is not collected daily, it's useless. We needed to find a creative solution to collect data every single day, and with the Pain Squad mobile app, that's just what we did. To begin, our patients were enlisted as recruits in Pain Squad, a special police force dedicated to hunting down pain. We gave each recruit an Apple iPhone loaded with the Pain Squad mobile app. Then twice a day, an alert from headquarters told patients it was time to complete their pain reporting mission. Because the reports worked with iPhone's user-friendly touchscreen, kids could easily fill them out. With a simple flick of the finger, they could identify exactly where and how much it hurt, as well as which medications were working best. But making it easy was, well, the easy part. We knew to be truly successful, we needed to find a way to encourage our young target daily. So we called in some police reinforcements.
Hey, rookie. Welcome to Pain Squad. It's really great you're here. We need all the help we can get to help put pain in its place.
We brought together the casts of Canada's top police dramas, Flashpoint and Rookie Blue, and filmed a series of inspiring videos, then deployed them throughout the app. To encourage the kids to fill in their reports, we built in a graduation structure. When a recruit completed 3 reports in a row, they received a message from HQ informing them that they were moving up the ranks.
You are now officially a full-fledged detective in Pain Squad. Well done.
At this rate, you might even be the next chief.
They just don't make them like you anymore.
You truly are one of Pain Squad's best and brightest. Keep it up.
Back inside the precinct, recruits could check to see when to fill out their reports and how many badges they had earned. And once their last report was filed, they were sent one final message informing them that they were being retired from the field.
But this case isn't closed yet. Your squad is still fighting. We couldn't have done it without you. So way to go.
The Pain Squad app is now set to roll out into 4 other Canadian hospitals. And due to its success, it will soon be made available everywhere.
The app is an excellent tool. That's her control over the pain because she's able to document it herself, but she's using an app. She just glides right through it and it makes her feel that she's a part of this. It's fantastic that you all were able to come up with this. It really helps.
Just got the word from Chief. Turns out you've been doing so great, he feels like you're ready to move up. You're well on your way to putting pain in its place. Don't stop now. You're almost there.
Congratulations.
Cool.
Sergeant.
So what do you guys think? I know there are tons more examples out there, and if you happen to know any really cool ones, please let me know in the comments down below. And also make sure to check out my other videos.